Hi everyone, I'm Teacher Hilton from Buddy English, and today we're going to explore the three main types of learners, which are visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. So there are three types of students in every classroom. When a teacher is in a classroom, they need to understand the three different levels of students. So the first level of students are the visual students, which means they can see the images and they understand through pictures. The second type is auditory, which means that when the teacher is speaking, they understand through listening. And the third type is kinesthetic, which means that they learn through touching or doing some kinds of exercises. So I'm going to break this down as easily as possible. So the first up, we have visual learners, right? So visual learners, these students thrive on images, like they need images. So any type of images, diagrams, and like other visual aids, so like anything you can show them, um, they understand information better when it's presented visually to them. So when they see something, they understand it better. So using like even like colorful things like like something that's like orange or red or like any type of colors or pictures and even videos can really enhance these kinds of learners' experience. So like when I do my lessons, I show a lot of visual images, not because I just want to show them the images, but because they actually, you know, they latch onto these images. They understand much better with these visual images. So that's the first one, visual images. The second one is auditory learners. So auditory learners, these are students that prefer verbal presentations or discussions. They absorb information best through like listening. So if the teacher's like talking about anything in particular, they absorb that information in their ears, right? They listening and they understand. Whereas the visual learner might sit there and be confused, like, what is this teacher talking about? I don't understand. But you've got that audio learner, sorry, which learns through their listening. So they might learn through like engaging with lectures or podcasts, group discussions that helps them to like understand like easier. Okay, so we've covered two already. We've covered the visual learners and the auditory learners, and then the final one is the kinesthetic learners. So kinesthetic learners are students that learn best through like a hands-on approach. They enjoy activities. So activities could be like a game. So if they're playing a game, even if it's like a game on the computer, that is a kinesthetic learner. So they're actually like touching. Kinesthetic means like to touch things or to use your hands or your body, right? So any type of like movement or physical engagement is kinesthetic. So incorporating like group projects or experiments. So, like when they're doing like science experiments, that's kinesthetic. So they're learning better than like if the science teacher was talking about an experiment, the auditory learners would understand, but the visual learners wouldn't understand, and the kinesthetic learners wouldn't understand. So you'd only have a few students that actually understand. So you have to go through these three different types of learning uh, statuses that students would like engage in. So you've got your auditory listening. Okay, so they listen to the teacher and they understand. You got your visual, the teacher shows them examples or experiments, they understand. And then you've got your kinesthetic, like now you do it, you have to do the experiment. Then that way it becomes more interactive, and it makes learning more exciting for those kinds of students, right? So by recognizing these learning styles, we can create a more inclusive and effective classroom environment. And like that's a unique way to learn anything in the world. A really, really good teacher understands that there are three different types of levels. And whenever they see a classroom of students, they can understand that some of the students are auditory, some of the students are visual, and some of the students are kinesthetic. So by incorporating all of these different types of styles in their teaching method, that creates a great classroom and a great environment for learning. And that creates an amazing teacher. Thanks for watching. I'm Teacher Hilton. See you in the classroom.